Testing, testing, testing. Oh, it is good to test. That's the reason why. What's up, everyone? How are we doing? How is your energy? High, medium, or low? My energy, it's somewhere between high and low. Medium, I think it's medium, which is okay. Oh my god. No, considering the timing, considering the season are changing. So of course we are going into a winter season. So sometimes we just have to recharge and eat cake. I am happy to be here with you, and I'm happy that you are here with me. In today's video, oh my god, oh boy, something juicy, something. The topic that I am in the discovery of that topic. And this requires a lot of self-reflection, a lot of uncomfortable feelings. But at the end, it is so worth it, because this helps us to go on a different level of consciousness, which is always the beautiful benefit, because then we can discover this lifetime opportunity from completely different depth of possibilities. And I strongly encourage you for this. That's why I am sharing my love with you guys by showing up here and sharing my knowledge. I have decided that in this video I'm gonna talk about a very serious topic, which is a pattern, our own pattern of behaviors, and what pattern is and why. What's the reason me speaking about it? What is the pattern? Okay, so the pattern is the way we behave in relation to other people, in relation to our family members, in relation to our partners, colleagues, people that we have contact with. Pattern can tell us about us in a ways that nobody will. I have realized that this is one of the missing puzzle in the evolution of our consciousness. Oh my god, sounds so serious. But again, my channel is about awareness, and if we can be aware of these things, therefore this opens the door of possibility for us to change and to reflect and to have a better quality of our life. We are in a contact with other humans, right? And the way we behave, it will affect the quality of our life. There are many successful people that are doing so great. They are so independent. Business, career, money, success, whatever you name it, they have it. But often they lack in their personal life, relationship with family members, parents, siblings, partners. And the answers often lies in the pattern of our behavior, that we were conditioned from the childhood because there were some limitations, right? And these limitations that were put on you plays a big part in the way we behave as an adults. I want us to be more aware of this topic, and then we can do the self-reflection and see if our pattern of behavior actually has a big impact on the quality of our life. Pattern can lead us to self-sabotaging behaviors. Self-sabotaging behaviors. And if we have no idea about it, we might keep repeating the same pattern over and over again, and instead of creating what we want to create, having this lifetime opportunity the way we want, this lifetime opportunity to be for us, to have a nice relationships with people, with the partners, this prevents us from opening the channel of many possibilities. Love, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I see the suppression every single day. Every single day. And me, I try to express myself as much as I can and as honest, clear, and authentic I can be with you guys as well, and with myself. And I have realized that it's like a full lifetime job, you know, because you can become the best version of yourself. Like, there are no limitations, as I always say. It is all about the energy. You know, the pattern of our behavior from the childhood sometimes or often leads us to self-sabotaging behaviors, when the outcome of it is that if we are not aware of these things, we won't be able to unblock it. The stagnant energy that I'm going to be talking about soon, okay? All is energy. And this life, it's about energy. Everything is energy. We are surrounded by energy, you know. The nature, the trees, in order for the trees to grow, there needs to be energy as well. Everything is energy. We are interconnected. We are not separate. So the energy is surrounding us. In order to integrate us, we have to sometimes unblock the stagnant energy that... This is how I see it, you know, that basically is blocked through our experiences in life and through our patterns as well. Because when you was growing up, and myself, especially me, growing up in Poland, there were so many restrictions. You couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you couldn't behave that way, you couldn't express yourself. There is a saying in Poland, it goes like, fishes and children don't have a voice. I used to keep hearing this from the adults. Every time I wanted to say something that I disagree with, I kept hearing, fishes and children don't have a voice. That's it. The voice was suppressed. Now I know, because I do struggle with the expression, my voice, raising my voice in a way to expressing my opinions. And I used to struggle with this so much. But finally, I have decided to take accountability for this. And I said to myself, this needs to stop, because I have a voice. We all do have a voice. And now I know through the pattern of behaviors, because usually the same as my friends from Poland, usually we kept hearing this. That basically you cannot express your opinion. That part of yourself was suppressed. That part of you was suppressed, therefore you couldn't express yourself. Is a huge obstacle when you are an adult. Because we all do have a voice, and why can't we express it? Especially in terms of the energy, everything is energy. Energy, the nature of the energy is to flow through it. If there is a suppression, the energy cannot go through it. If your voice is suppressed, then the energy of that part of you is suppressed. The suppression of energy often leads to many illnesses. But of course, I'm not a doctor. But many unexplained illnesses, it's the outcome of suppressed energy, whether we like it or not. I raise awareness, so then we can see. Once we see it, we are able to separate ourselves from that and understand that the pattern, it's not who we really are. The pattern, it's the outcome of programming. It's the outcome of training, what you can, what you can't. That leads to suppression, pattern of behavior, self-sabotaging behavior. When we are conscious about it, when we are aware about this, and when we can do self-reflection and finally look into that, when we can separate that, the pattern, the understanding, and and basically understanding that this is not you, this is your conditioning, we can separate that and we can change. We can free ourselves from that. That's what it is all about, freeing yourself. So then we can fully integrate ourselves as human beings, and finally we can be ourselves. When we can separate the pattern and finally look at our mirror and stop self-sabotaging the connections and having a nice relationships with people, this is my job. It's done. It's not easy to look at ourselves and admitting that, okay, maybe I don't trust this person. I have trust issues. Why? Because through the pattern, let's say if the adults told you cannot do it, you cannot do it, you cannot speak your mind, you have to obey, you have to make everyone happy, but not yourself, then what this does to you, you do everything yourself. Subconsciously, you don't trust these people because you trust yourself, because you have to do the job. You have to prove yourself, so on and so forth. Many of us, unfortunately, grew up in this type of environment, but I want to point out here that many adults have also a pattern of self-sabotaging behaviors. And it is not entirely their fault, okay? So I don't want this now to be like a thing where we have this bitterness in ourselves and we blame other people for the state of our being. No, because you are the powerful being and you can change your reality right here, right now. Simple as. We can finally stop being in that victim mindset, victim energy, because this is not the way forward. Past, it's a past. Some people would say, okay, but past, now this is who I am through my past. Yes, but if you don't like something and something doesn't serve you, because this will be reflected in your life, then you can change it, because you are a powerful being. The light on the pattern. Light. Pattern. Through the darkness into a light. So, pattern. In today's topic, it's a pattern, okay? Free yourself from the pattern and stop self-sabotaging your future, okay? Stop self-sabotaging your life. Stop self-sabotaging connection with people. Oh my God. There is a saying that people will teach you many things, many lessons. And now I do understand, finally. I mean, it's something simple, but it has a huge and has a deep meaning into that. Because through other people, we can actually learn about ourselves, our limitations, our strengths and weaknesses, and the pattern of our behavior. Because when we are having similar situations but with different people, what does that say to you? It's a pattern, most probably. It's a pattern that you created through your conditioning from the childhood, what you can't, what you can do. And then this will reflect on your behavior, and sometimes self-sabotaging nice connection with people, nice beautiful relationships that could bloom and blossom into a nice love. To explain my topic and the pattern, I need to talk about trauma as well. I'm not special, you are not special in this regard. Everyone has some sort of trauma, because trauma, it's the stagnant energy. And as I said before, the energy needs to flow, because the nature of the energy is to flow through you, you know? If there is a suppression, there is a blockages, and this is a trauma. and traumas can be are experienced in the body, the stagnant energy that wanted to be released, but unfortunately it's not being released. And if you are in the pattern, if you don't know that you have specific pattern of behavior that leads to self-sabotaging behaviors, you won't know that you have to release that energy, that stagnant energy from your body. Me expressing myself here in front of the camera, speaking my truth, it's the way of me unblocking that stagnant energy. And I have realized that I do have the pattern, and I'm going to share something with you, something personal now. It's that I do have a problem with expressing my opinion in a very controlled environment. I don't know how to behave, therefore I don't speak. Why? Because I feel the energy is too heavy, that the energy is not allowing for the flow of the energy to be in its natural state. That is something that I have learned very recently about myself. And I wouldn't normally know this if I wouldn't do a self-reflection and if I wouldn't be on the journey of my self-improvement. 1 year ago, I wouldn't be able to know this. I wouldn't be able to even speak about it, and I would feel ashamed and embarrassed. But I am sharing this with you, and it's okay. I accept it because I do understand the reason behind it. I'm learning about the pattern of my behaviors, and I am able to separate that, meaning I am not taking this as my own personality, as my own self, because that's not me. That sometimes I do struggle when I cannot express myself in a very controlled environment. Why? Because the energy is too heavy that I need to be so cautious of what I'm talking about, that I don't fully believe that what I'm talking about is genuine, I think. So I would rather not to speak at all. That's how I see it. We are conscious manifestors because we are aware, okay, the awareness, and we can control this, and then the flow of our life, it will go in the direction that we actually want. Trauma is the stagnant energy that it's the reason of suppression, of not being able to express yourself. For example, many boys, when they were little children, when they didn't like something, they cried, and they usually keep hearing that, oh, you are a boy, why are you crying like a girl? They would rather deal with their own emotions somewhere quietly without anyone noticing them. And I want to say that it is okay to be a human. It is okay to not to be okay sometimes. We don't have to be strong all the time. Pattern, it's the survival mechanisms from the childhood. So then that means you can survive the demands of the adults. Trauma, the suppressed energy, suppressed emotions that were not felt, that often close the channel of the flow of the energy. And the energy needs to be expressed, the energy needs to be shared with other people, because this is the nature of the energy. The suppression mess everything up. There is no flow. How to identify trauma? You want to do something, for example, but you feel like you cannot do it. Me speaking in front of people, it depends on the environment. In some environments, I feel absolutely comfortable speaking to many people. In other environments, very controlled environments, I don't feel like I can openly speak. What this does, I feel like I cannot speak. I cannot speak. And I feel like this is the trauma, which was also experienced by me at school, when you cannot express your opinions freely. The stagnant energy, or maybe someone made you angry, but you cannot express that anger. So this energy is there, it's stuck. Because of the pattern of behaviors, you try to somehow go through that situation through your pattern of a learned, conditioned behavior that often leads to self-sabotaging behaviors, running away from the argument. You don't want to face the uncomfortable feelings, so you suppress yourself and you run away because you don't know how to do it differently. I just want us to be aware of these things, therefore we don't self-sabotage our life, and we can work on that, and we can understand that, okay, this is a pattern, okay, I behave that way in particular situations and I suppressed my emotions, energy, and I run away, and I see it, okay, and I admit it, okay, and I'm human, okay, and this happened to me, okay, that's fine, this is in the past. I am not adopting a position of being a victim, and I take the responsibility, and that's fine, and that's okay, and I'm human, and that's okay. The pattern of behaviors, it's coded, I would say, it's coded through our nervous system while we are little babies. And we want to feel safe, right? So we are looking for our mom. Where is our mom? Okay, and if something happens when mom is not present, then this is how we are creating the pattern of our behaviors. So it's like a survival mechanism. When we cannot express our emotions, then the suppression is there, and this creates trauma, and this creates many different behaviors that we are performing on a regular basis, and sometimes we don't even know why we do things the way we do things. That stagnant energy, that a lack of having the ability to express yourself as a child, then the pattern makes you to twist yourself to achieve the same outcome of what you want to achieve through manipulation, through a lack of trust, and many other behaviors that sometimes we are simply not aware, because we don't know any other way. We think that this is how we should do things, rather than being honest and having that open communication, be vulnerable, be authentic, and say, okay, that's fine. You know, nobody is perfect, nobody is going to be perfect, but we can be a better human beings, of course, and have better quality of our life. This suppressed energy could also translate into a pattern of behavior where I have a list of demands from other people, but I don't provide this list to other people. It's one way only. I demand, but I don't give. I have two different standards for other people and for myself. I demand something from someone, but then I don't give that. Double standards. Perfectionism. I need to be perfect so then they can be happy. But then, what does perfection mean? Are you gonna be twisting yourself so much? I will be perfect, I will be giving myself to people, then I'm gonna be self-validated, I'm gonna get that validation, and so on and so forth. Because I feel like I'm not enough, so I have to be perfect. So pattern is a loop. Loop, 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 loop. Oh my God, I don't know what is this? Cloud? Yeah, but it's a loop. Pattern, it's a loop. Solution. Awareness. Trying to be a better human being. But no, if you think about it, yes, awareness, but love. Operating from a place of love. Not being selfish. Okay? Operating from a place of love, not being selfish, and then allowing for the energy to flow, the flow of the energy, exchange of the energy. The nature of the energy is for the energy to flow and to be exchanged. That's why I would like you to like this video, share, comment, subscribe, and then the energy can be exchanged, because this is the nature of the energy. I wish you guys all the best, and you are so powerful. You are a powerful human being. This pattern of behaviors doesn't define you who you are, because you are your own individual, authentic, beautiful self, unique self. I want to express my gratitude. I wish you all the best and look after yourself. See you next time. Bye.